Epictetus famously said, "Recognize what you can control and what you cannot." Are you tired of your emotions getting the best of you, pulling you left and right like a leaf in a storm? Imagine a life where you're no longer a prisoner to your anger, frustration, or sadness, but instead have the wisdom to face every challenge with calm resolve. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers exactly this kind of transformation with its timeless principles. Today we're diving deep into 10 Stoic habits that will not only help you control your emotions, but also empower you to navigate life with unshakable composure. You are the king, you can do it. If you want to master your emotions and transform your life, stick around until the end, because the last 2 habits will help you do just that. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to join our growing community of seekers who are on the path to Stoic mastery. Let's embark on this journey together. 1. Ego dissolution exercise. The ego dissolution exercise is a practice rooted in humility that aims to diminish the influence of our ego by fostering an understanding of the grand scale of the universe and our relatively small place within it. To practice this, you start by imagining the vastness of the cosmos, stretching billions of light years across and teeming with countless stars, planets, and galaxies. Within this immense expanse, our planet Earth is but a speck, and we as individuals are even smaller. Contemplating this perspective makes it clear that the challenges and personal slights we face, while real, are fleeting in the grand scheme of things. This exercise encourages us to see beyond our own ego-driven concerns, helping us realize that our lives are interconnected with a much larger system. This awareness fosters humility, reducing the tendency to take offense easily or become consumed by prideful thoughts. It helps us see that our personal goals and ambitions, while important, are just one part of the human experience. As a result, we're more inclined to act with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own journey through this vast universe. The ego dissolution exercise requires regular reflection and practice. By taking time daily to remind ourselves of this cosmic perspective, we become more grounded and less prone to emotional disturbances caused by overinflated ego. This helps us approach life's challenges with a more balanced mindset, focusing less on how situations impact us personally and more on what we can learn from them. Ultimately, this practice nurtures emotional resilience and cultivates a broader, more accepting view of the world and our place within it. 2. Practice silence. In a world perpetually filled with noise and distractions, the practice of intentional silence can become a beacon of clarity amidst the chaos. Setting aside time each day to retreat into complete silence offers an opportunity to disconnect from external stimuli and reconnect with your inner world. In this space, devoid of distractions, the mind is free to roam and reveal thoughts, emotions, and underlying anxieties that often go unnoticed in the hustle of everyday life. By not immediately engaging or reacting to these thoughts, but instead observing them as a passive witness, you cultivate a non-judgmental awareness that fosters deep introspection. This practice serves as a mirror, reflecting the habitual patterns of your mind and emotional responses. With consistent dedication, you begin to notice how certain triggers affect your mood and thought process, allowing you to gain insights into your behavioral patterns. By acknowledging these patterns in silence, you create a gap between impulse and reaction, empowering you to choose your responses more consciously. The quiet space you create during these moments acts as a mental gym, where the muscles of emotional control and resilience are strengthened. Over time, the practice of silence becomes not just a retreat from noise, but a powerful tool for building self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a profound sense of inner peace. 3. Visualize your role as an observer. Imagine yourself on a balcony, overlooking a stage where your life unfolds. From this distance, you're not directly involved in the drama below, but instead watch it as an objective observer. This perspective allows you to detach from the intense feelings of the moment and view your emotions, thoughts, and actions with a clearer, more impartial mind. When a challenging situation arises, instead of reacting immediately, you pause and visualize yourself from this observer's vantage point. This mental shift helps you dissociate from the immediate emotional turbulence, providing the clarity needed to assess the situation rationally. By observing your emotional responses in this detached manner, you begin to see patterns in how you react to certain triggers. For instance, you might notice that specific situations consistently evoke anger or stress. From this observational stance, you can analyze the root cause of your reactions, identify unhealthy patterns, and decide on a better way to respond in the future. This practice not only allows you to gain insight into your emotional habits, but also empowers you to transform them. Over time, this habitual detachment helps develop a more balanced emotional life, where decisions are guided by wisdom and thoughtfulness rather than impulsive emotions. 4. Prepare for reactions. In emotionally charged situations, responses can often be unpredictable and escalate quickly. By preparing for these scenarios in advance, you can navigate them more smoothly. Visualize the possible reactions of others you might encounter, considering various outcomes. This foresight allows you to mentally rehearse calm and composed responses, reducing the chance of being caught off guard. For example, if you're heading into a difficult meeting, imagine the different ways your colleagues might react and think through your responses to each. This exercise helps reinforce your emotional control, enabling you to approach the situation with a sense of preparedness, composure, and clarity. As you envision these scenarios, focus on how you want to react rather than letting your emotions dictate your behavior. A key part of Stoic philosophy is the idea that while you can't control external events or others' reactions, you can always control your own response. Practicing this visualization helps to establish a mindset where composure is your default, even in unpredictable circumstances. It's like a mental rehearsal that prepares you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For instance, if you expect a challenging conversation, plan how you will stay calm and articulate your points clearly. When faced with a tough critique, imagine yourself listening carefully, acknowledging the feedback, and responding thoughtfully. This kind of mental preparation can significantly improve your ability to maintain emotional equilibrium. By consistently practicing this habit, you'll be better equipped to handle emotional situations with grace and confidence. 5. Embrace negative practice. Negative practice rooted in Stoic principles involves deliberately engaging with situations, ideas, or perspectives that typically unsettle or irritate you. It's an exercise in emotional resilience designed to help you become more tolerant of views that clash with your own and less susceptible to emotional triggers. This could involve watching debates that provoke strong emotional reactions, reading articles that challenge your beliefs, or even engaging in conversations with individuals whose viewpoints differ significantly from yours. The purpose of this practice is to train your mind to confront and navigate these unsettling perspectives in a controlled manner, allowing you to gradually build resilience. The idea is not to convince yourself to accept these views as your own, but to expand your capacity to handle disagreement and confrontation calmly and logically. By regularly exposing yourself to such stimuli, you start to desensitize yourself to the emotional turmoil they usually provoke. As a result, you'll find that you're able to better manage emotional reactions in real-life situations. This practice doesn't just enhance your patience and understanding, but also strengthens your ability to remain composed and rational when faced with challenges in your personal and professional life. 6. Remember the impermanence of emotions. Understanding the impermanence of emotions is crucial in achieving emotional resilience and composure. Just as storm clouds eventually give way to sunshine, emotions like anger, sadness, or anxiety are inherently transient. When caught in the grip of strong emotions, it's easy to feel like they'll persist forever, overwhelming your sense of logic and balance. However, recognizing that emotions ebb and flow, like waves in the ocean, allows you to take a step back and observe them from a distance. This perspective acts as a powerful tool in reducing the intensity of emotional reactions. By acknowledging that emotions are temporary, you learn to dissociate your identity from momentary feelings. This detachment fosters a deeper sense of calm and clarity, enabling you to handle challenges with a level head. When faced with anger, instead of reacting impulsively, you can remind yourself that the emotion will pass, and reacting rashly may only create more issues. Similarly, sadness can be met with the understanding that brighter days lie ahead, which can help prevent feelings of hopelessness. Cultivating this awareness requires practice, but with time, it can fundamentally transform your emotional landscape, leading to a more peaceful and balanced existence. 7. Challenge comfort zones. It's easy to fall into daily routines that keep us comfortably within our familiar boundaries, but these habits can also limit personal growth and our ability to handle unexpected challenges. By intentionally stepping out of our comfort zones, we expose ourselves to new situations that may be uncomfortable or unfamiliar, but that ultimately help us build resilience. For instance, if you're accustomed to driving everywhere, try walking or taking public transportation to get used to the unpredictability of such modes of travel. Or if you avoid speaking in public, challenge yourself to volunteer for a small presentation or speech. These small steps gradually condition the mind to become more adaptable and less affected by unforeseen changes, making emotional responses to such changes more manageable. By consistently pushing beyond the boundaries of comfort, we learn to face uncertainty with a calm, measured demeanor, improving our ability to remain composed in the face of adversity. Over time, challenging our comfort zones has a cumulative effect on our ability to cope with life's unexpected twists and turns. Each time we embrace discomfort intentionally, we strengthen our capacity for resilience and adaptability. This mental fortitude translates into emotional control when faced with situations that are out of our control. For instance, someone accustomed to stepping out of their comfort zone may handle last-minute changes at work or sudden life disruptions with greater ease, as they've built the habit of facing uncertainty head-on. Moreover, the practice of pushing boundaries fosters a growth mindset, encouraging us to see obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. This outlook helps us approach challenges with optimism and curiosity instead of fear or avoidance. When we make a habit of challenging our comfort zones, we gradually reduce the emotional turbulence that can arise from new experiences and broaden our horizons, making us more resilient and emotionally balanced individuals. 8. Self-dialogue. Engaging in self-dialogue, as exemplified by Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations, involves conversing with yourself to understand and rationalize your emotions. By consciously reflecting on your thoughts and feelings, you can gain insight into their origins and effects. This habit allows you to identify patterns in your emotional responses, making it easier to address them constructively. Self-dialogue can take the form of mental conversations or written reflections, where you examine your emotions, challenge irrational thoughts, and reinforce positive mindsets. It empowers you to cultivate an internal mentor, providing guidance and wisdom, while also building resilience to navigate life's challenges with equanimity. Through consistent self-dialogue, you develop a clearer understanding of your emotional triggers and the impact they have on your behavior. This reflective practice allows you to uncover the underlying beliefs driving your emotional reactions and challenge them from a rational perspective. By addressing your thoughts in this way, you can shift your mindset to respond to situations with a sense of calm and clarity. Writing down your thoughts in a journal, as Marcus Aurelius did, can further enhance this process by providing a tangible record of your progress and insights. Over time, self-dialogue nurtures a deeper self-awareness, leading to better emotional control, improved decision-making, and a more centered approach to life's challenges. 9. Emotional labeling. When strong emotions arise, one of the most effective strategies for calming down is to precisely identify and label those feelings. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm angry," delve deeper into why you feel that way and express it as, "I'm frustrated because my expectations weren't met." By articulating emotions with specificity, you remove some of their immediate power. The act of labeling transforms vague emotional turmoil into a concrete, manageable concept. This process of intellectualizing your emotions can help you gain greater control over them, enabling you to understand their roots and address them more effectively. Emotional labeling involves precisely identifying and naming the emotions you're experiencing. Instead of defaulting to broad labels like "I'm angry," try to dig deeper and articulate the specific feeling, such as "I'm frustrated because of unmet expectations." This subtle yet significant shift reduces the emotional intensity by transforming vague and overwhelming feelings into more tangible, manageable concepts. When you accurately label your emotions, you gain a clearer understanding of what's triggering them and can respond with reason rather than being swept away by the emotional tide. This practice of intellectualizing emotions helps in gaining better control over them, promoting a calmer and more composed response to life's challenges. 10. The role of perspective. When we face challenging situations, it's easy to get caught up in the immediacy of our emotional reactions. The Stoics teach us to pause and intentionally reframe our perspectives to see a situation from different angles. This habit involves questioning our initial emotional responses by exploring alternate interpretations of the events causing them. For instance, if a friend makes a seemingly critical comment, instead of immediately feeling hurt or defensive, consider other reasons for their words. They might be having a tough day or simply expressing concern in a poorly worded way. By adopting this practice, we learn to understand that most situations are not inherently negative or positive, but rather they are influenced by how we choose to perceive them. This approach helps us to reduce emotional triggers by showing that there are many ways to interpret any given situation, allowing us to choose responses that are calmer, more rational, and aligned with our values. By consciously choosing to widen our perspective, we can begin to see the situation from other angles. This involves considering alternative explanations for the colleague's behavior, such as external stresses they might be facing, or understanding that their feedback, though harshly delivered, might contain constructive insights. It also involves reflecting on our values and long-term goals, recognizing that our immediate emotional reactions can cloud our judgment. This doesn't mean suppressing our emotions, but rather allowing ourselves to explore different interpretations of the events that provoke them. Practicing this shift in perspective regularly enables us to respond to challenges with composure and clarity, instead of being ruled by immediate, intense emotional reactions. For example, instead of fixating on our hurt feelings, we can choose to focus on how to improve our work or communicate better with the colleague in question. This practice teaches us that our emotional reality is often a reflection of our perspective, and that by altering our viewpoint, we can significantly change how we experience and handle life's challenges. Over time, this Stoic habit builds a more resilient mindset that helps us navigate adversity with rationality and grace. We've journeyed through the wisdom of Stoicism and uncovered 10 powerful habits to help you control your emotions and navigate life's challenges with calmness and clarity. But remember, the journey to becoming the master of your emotions is ongoing, and it takes practice, patience, and perseverance. If you found these Stoic habits helpful and you want to continue your journey toward emotional mastery, consider subscribing to our channel. Here, we delve deep into the wisdom of ancient philosophy, practical mindfulness tips, and life strategies that will empower you to live a resilient and fulfilling life. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with someone who needs it, and let us know in the comments which Stoic habit resonated most with you.